Well, hello, folks. Pastor Rocky Branch, Spruce Pine First Baptist Church. Today is day 202, and we are getting closer to getting cranked back up again, which I'm very happy about because without this continual thing that's been going on, it's a little bit harder to operate. But anyway, we're still blessed and we're still grateful, and still other things are going on. But with the mission closed down right now until Easter Sunday, it's sort of a challenging thing, but still, we're really blessed in so many ways. You know, in this last week of Jesus's life, on Wednesday, which is today, of course, most people believe that Judas conspired today to turn on Jesus Christ or set up a place and a time or an event to have Christ arrested. And you know, so let me take off there for just a minute. Let's think about Judas for a minute. Now, we know, as much as we want to hope so, and I want to hope so big, but as much as we want to hope so, Judas was the son of perdition. That means the son of the devil. And there's a lot of discussion about this subject matter, and of which I'm not going to get into, but I'm just going to give some practical thoughts about this issue. Judas was not to the disciples a crook. He was the treasurer of the outfit. He kept the money bag. Now, he criticized about helping people, but he kept the money bag. So he was a trusted disciple. You're not going to give the money bag to a crook. You're going to give it to somebody you trust. Well, Judas was that guy. Now, even though he complained, even though he was critical, he still had some sort of quality that provided him the luxury of having the money bag. Now, with that being said, let's let that thought rest in your spirit for just a minute. Because when Judas agreed to take 30 pieces of silver, that would be basically the price of a slave, and he would agree to turn in Jesus Christ at a particular time, at a particular place for this money. And then he could have thought, so I'm going to throw some stuff out at you here. Judas could have been as wicked comes, certainly. Now, we know that his actions were that way. There's no question that he was a wicked man by his actions. He fell into the wrong temptation. He walked the wrong way. He did the wrong thing. There's no question about any of that. What we have to consider, or at least think about, because we don't know, so we can shoot from the hip here. We can be Monday morning quarterbacks. We can think about a lot of stuff. One of those things I'd like to ask you to think about is this: is it possible that Judas knew the whole time that Jesus was going to be arrested and Jesus was going to be put to death, so he's going to get out of it what he could? I don't know. That could be a possibility. Another thing, is it possible that on Wednesday, when he's making this arrangement, is it possible that Judas thought that Jesus was sort of shy, stayed in the back part? Now, I don't mean shy like taking authority, because he was masterful at that, of course, but I mean not to lead out and be a, crusader, but Jesus was sort of stayed behind the scenes, if you will. But could it be possible that Judas thought that he was helping Jesus out by turning him in? Because knowing that if he's going to be king, he's going to rule, he's going to reign, he's going to be the Savior, he's going to be the sacrifice, he's going to be the authority. Well, if that's the case, guess where Judas is going to be if that scenario works out? Well, he's the treasurer. He's going to take care of all the money. It's possible. We don't know the answer to that, but it is possible. It's human, for sure. A lot of people will sell their mother or their father or their cousin or their family out for money. And there's no doubt that Judas was attracted to money. And is it possible that when he thought that Jesus is going to be the Messiah, he's going to be the king, he's going to restore the kingdom, all this sort of stuff, is it possible that Judas could have said, I need to help him out? Well, I don't know. Because we don't have an answer. So speculation is what we have. So I don't know. I know that it is a reasonable speculation because Judas loved money. And Judas was trusted with money. And when the temptation came for Judas, it was over money. You know how many people have fallen by the wayside because of money? It's a sad thing. It's a sad thing that people fall by the wayside because of money. It's absolutely sad. Kind of like the guy that died and went to heaven with a suitcase. And Simon Peter said, man, you can't bring a suitcase up here. You don't need nothing up here. And the guy said, I've got to bring this. This is the most precious thing to me. I've got to have it. I can't leave it anywhere. I've got to take it into heaven with me. And Simon Peter said, well, we don't do that up here. He said, I've got to. It's the most precious thing that I've ever had in my whole life. And Simon Peter said, okay, open up the suitcase. What is it? And it was bars of gold. Of which Simon Peter said, why did you bring pavement up here? Why did you bring pavement? You see, man looks at it one way, God looks at it another. We got people right now, choking people to death because they want more money. And they're choking people that don't have it, or they're working hard against people that are trying because they want more money. How much, it was asked of Howard Hughes, how much is enough money? You know what his answer was? A little more. A little more. Steve Harvey was asked one time about how big the house is. He said, the bigger, the better. You've seen some of these mansions that some of these stars have. They must be intended never to see each other. There's no way in the world you can use all that space. It's not practical, but it's prideful. It's money. Is it possible that Judas wanted to be the treasurer of the king, King Jesus? Could be. I can't imagine Jesus picking a man that didn't have some sort of honor to him, although he ended up being the devil. But he had to be valuable to the disciples. He kept the money bag. Jesus knew all this. It's important to think. Now, we'll get more on this later because my time's gone, but just think about that. Think about the negotiation on Wednesday of Judas Iscariot negotiating with the high priest and his colleagues about how to set up Jesus Christ for money. Wow. Would you do that? Think about it. God bless you.